The November election is not far off, with 2 open seats and 4 candidates running for Boardman Township Trustee. It is going to be a busy local election season. 21 News is your place for politics. We want to ensure you are ready to vote, so we are spending 5 minutes at 5 with the candidates right here. Incumbent candidate for Boardman Trustee, Tom Costello, is joining me here now. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for the invitation, Lindsay.
Yes, so you are not a newcomer to this role. You have done this job for a while now. So tell me why you're interested in running for re-election and, why your experience makes you well suited for this position.
Well, first off, I enjoy the job. I've been blessed. I'm in my 22nd year in office, and I work with some very, very good people. Wasn't sure if I would run one more time, but we've got some projects going forward. Very, very large water project out on 224 that will help that flooding area by the Boardman Plaza. And I want to see that project go through and be completed. And so that had a lot to do with why I chose to run one more time. I just think I still have more to give the community. And that's what it's always been about for me, is how can I make Boardman even a better place than it was when I came.
And tell us a little bit about your top goals. If you're re-elected, what would be some of the other things that you'd like to work on?
Well, first and foremost is to continue the quality of life that we have in Boardman. Boardman is known as a great community to live and work in. Let's face it, if you're going to go shopping and you're staying in Mahoning County, you're coming to Boardman. If you got to go to the hospital, you're very well going to either Mercy in Mercy St. E's or Southwoods. The shopping, the dining opportunities, we have an excellent school system. We got a Boardman Park, the Green Oasis, that is outstanding. So continuing to provide the services to make those well done. Our police department, I believe, is second to none. And our fire department does a wonderful job maintaining and protecting everybody. Our zoning was totally rewritten in 2021, and all the new development has to have certain standards for their development, but also for water retention. And we've worked very hard at that. I want to continue to see that project continue so that any new construction does not cause a problem, but actually eliminate some of the problems that currently exist.
And I know for some of the residents, a lot of them have concerns or questions about property taxes. So the township's budget was $24 million. $16 million of that came from property taxes. Yes. With the inflation, a lot of folks spending more money on things, and also housing, very difficult to either obtain or pay for.
Yes.
Wondering if something needs to be done with the property tax level. Would you look at adjusting that at all at this point?
I would love to see something done. However, that's above our level. Most of those adjustments need to come from the state. There's only 3 ways governors or government can get revenue: property tax, sales tax, and income tax. The Ohio Revised Code says townships are limited to property tax. We can't do the other 2. And so also, if you look at your property tax, Ralph Meacham, the auditor's office, done a wonderful job. In Boardman, approximately 20% of your taxes actually come to Boardman. About 60% go to the schools, and the other 20% is spread among many things. Years ago, people asked the state to take and correct the way funding was for schools and not put it all on the property owners. If that were to occur, that would solve a big part of the problem. I worry about folks. People retire, their income drops down, and their taxes go up. It's a concern for us. Right now, that's about the only way we have to bring revenue into the township to provide the quality services that people not only expect, but they deserve. So we're working with our state rep and our state senator to make sure something happens in Columbus that makes sense.
Okay. Now tell me a little bit about yourself as a person, where you're from, where you're living, and then also, what sets you apart from your opponent.
Well, first off, my wife and I, when we got married years ago, we were West Siders. We chose Boardman to live in because we wanted that quality of life for our family, for our children. Both our children graduated from Boardman High School and tested very well when they went away to college. I worked for a family-owned business on Market Street for 40 years, and we always did everything we could to help the community. I enjoy doing that. Boardman has been very kind to me and my family. It's time to give back. And so that's part of the reason I'm running again. And a short story is, years ago, I was coming back to my office on Market Street in Boardman from a meeting in downtown Youngstown during the winter, and there were no street lights south of Midlothian. That bothered me. So I called a dear friend of mine, John Bergen Real Estate. We got together with several other business and property owners, and that's why there's street lights now on Market Street from Midlothian to 224. John and I went through the process with several others to get that accomplished. Once we did that, what else can we do for the community? And that's why we have the American flag displays every summer in that area. And that was a group that just, what can we do for our community? Because our community's done so much for us.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for 5 Minutes at 5. Great to have you with us.
Thank you.
And you can watch more of our 5 Minutes at 5 segments with the candidates. Just head over to the 5 p.m. video tab on the 21 News app.